Hi everybody, I'm Dave and thanks for watching Down the Road We Go. We just thought we'd get you caught up on what's going on. We're in a hiatus, sort of, not really filming much, but we're getting ready to go on a big trip, and there's been a few things that happened lately, and we thought we'd let you know how's it going and what we're up to. First off, we got some decals for the back windows of the truck. I'm pretty sure you can see that right there. And that's that one-way stuff. You can see that, but when we're looking out, we don't see it, so it's pretty cool. It kind of keeps the heat down off the back window too. Another thing that's happened, it's we've had a problem with our Montana again. We were putting it up for the winter about a month ago, and you know, I got it all ready to go, so with antifreeze and all that good stuff, and it was ready to go for sit for about a month or two before we took off. When I pulled in the slides, I noticed that the roof on the slides in a couple places was like buckled up. The rubber roof was like pinched together and you know, bubbled up on the roof. Two of the slides I noticed had that. Okay, so now what do I do? Well, still under warranty, so we slid them in, took it down there, and it's been sitting there for about a month. They were backlogged with a lot of other warranty work and higher paying jobs probably. So, but anyway, Friday they got a hold of me and told me what it is the actuator motor, the motor that runs the cables to push the slides in and out, was actually leaking oil. And it was leaking oil and dripping on the roof of the slide. Now it dripped right underneath it when it was out, and then when it was in, it was dripping on that side of it. And that caused that roof to bubble up. And unfortunately, they found it on all three slides. So basically, they have to find out why they're leaking, if they can fix the leak, and then they have to put a new roof on. So they're supposed to get a hold of Montana Monday, and they said they'll probably be on the phone with them, send them pictures and stuff all day, and they won't know anything probably till Tuesday. They said even if they find out Tuesday, what should be done is all the motors should be replaced or fixed or whatever, and I'm of the mind that I want them replaced. If all three motors leaked at the same time, something's not right. And they had a batch of motors that weren't any good, so they need to replace those in my opinion. But anyway, they're saying it would take probably into January before we'd get the parts and get them fixed up. I said no. We've got to leave here, you know, we're expecting to leave here in about 2 or 3 weeks. So, you know, I don't want to wait till after the first year. I want to get out to courtside early and you know, mess around and see some stuff out there. So I told him, I said, is there any way you can get us out sooner? He says, well, let's find out what Montana or Keystone's going to say, and we'll take it from there. He says, I'll talk to you Monday or Tuesday. He said, if worst comes to worst, I can cut those pieces out, patch them, and put some Dacor in them, or Dicor, whatever it's called, and that ought to make you good till you come back, because we're expecting to be back about the 1st of March. And he says, then we can just go ahead and do it. So we'll find out probably Monday or Tuesday which way we're going to go, but I can tell you right now, I'm not leaving it in the shop till the end of January. So no matter which way Keystone wants to go, they're fixing it temporarily so it won't hurt it, and then we can continue on. Now, if they put a patch on there with some Dicor, what I'm going to do is I'm going to when I get it home, I'm going to get some nice thick Visqueen, and I'm going to tape it over that area, so if those motors keep leaking, you know, it'll leak onto that Visqueen, and I can just wipe it off and it won't get on the roof. Of course, that leaves the question is how much oil is in there before it leaks dry? So that's another question that's got to be answered. We'll get back to you on that. One other good thing is we've got a new way to take video. I've had a drone in the past. It was a big, unique Q500K 4K. Nice rig, loved the way it flew and everything, but the box was huge and it was just too big to be taken along in a camper. So I sold that and gave myself gave the channel a nice Christmas present. We bought the new Mavic Pro, and here it is. Now this is much smaller. This is not a paid endorsement. I had to buy this out of my own money. Of course, I waited till Black Friday and got a pretty good deal on it, but it's a lot smaller. Even when the arms are folded out, it's really not all that big, so we can transport it, and it fits in a nice case, a little backpack we can take along, so we're ready to go. All we got to do now is try to get some good weather and maybe get some test flights in, make sure it's working fine before we take off. So that's it, guys. I just want to catch you up. Once they find out about the what they're going to do about the roofs and the slides and the motors and everything, I'll probably go ahead and just tack it on to the end of this video. So we'll see you then. Hi guys, we've just got back from the dealer about our Montana, and they called the factory, and apparently the factory knows all about this, and they're having a big problem with these slide motors. Because their fix is to send some parts which are nothing more than what they call drip trays, and they're going to cut out the roof where it's bad and put a new section in that roof, in that rubber, and then put those drip trays down, and then I guess seal around the motors to see if they can stop the leak. They said the way that they talked on the phone about it, they knew about it, and it's a big problem. So here's a heads up. If you have a Montana, 2017 Montana, probably any size, you're using the same motors that we're using. All three motors in our coach were leaking, and they ruined all the spots on 3 of the slides, which we only have 3. So if you have a Montana, a 2017, no matter what size, you better be checking your roofs on the slides. I'll show again what ours look like after I get done talking here, and I'll put them up and let you, look at it, and you can see what I'm talking about. You can definitely see the motor in one of the pictures. That's the motor. All those motors are leaking, and they say they can't find where they're leaking from, but the fix is to put a drip pan there and then wipe out the drip pan every once in a while. Does that feel like it should be a recall on those motors? I'm thinking if only one leaked, it'd be bad enough, but 3 of them at the same time, the whole time we've had them, they've been leaking. So you better check out yours if you've got a Montana. It looks like, though, they're not going to get the parts in, which the parts are those trays, before we have to leave for the winter. So we talked to them, and we're probably going to pick it up next week. They have to button it back up, and I'm going to wipe it down with like Dawn dish soap and clean it real good, and put some Visqueen down over it and tape it down on that spot, so if I see it leaking, at least it's not leaking on the roof. And then they said they'd go ahead and order all the parts, and we got back whenever we get back, bring it down to them, and they'd fix it. Like I said, what they're going to do is cut the roof out and put a patch on it, and then put those drip trays on it. Yeah. I think they need to recall all those motors. I don't know about you all, but maybe we need a discussion about that up on Facebook or something, about getting together and maybe putting in for a recall. So if you have any questions, please leave comments, and we can talk to you about it. We'll probably put this up on Facebook too. But of course, the video is going to be on YouTube. And if this is your first time watching us, we'd really appreciate if you subscribe. We're getting several subscribers. We've got about 83 subscribers now. We're working on that magic 100. So if you can and you want to, go ahead and subscribe for us. And thanks for watching, guys. Probably the next video, unless something happens between now and then, the next video will be after we get on the road and start heading west. So thanks for watching Down the Road We Go. Y'all take care and enjoy the ride.